Hey all you traders and investors, this is Sasha Evdokov and this is TRADERSFLY TV. Today we're going to discuss the gap and fade on very bullish days. It's October 10th, 2013, so let's get started. Now the market had a very serious update today and it was all due to the debt ceiling and everything like that. If we look at the daily, you'll see that it was up about 320 points. So either the largest or the second largest move for the year. And do these things excite me? No, not necessarily. I trade the trade and trade what's happening. And if we look at the weekly longer term perspective, we can see that we're still in this range bound. It's really just bouncing off of this support level. So if I'm looking at it from that technical side of view, hey, it's just bouncing, and we were kind of overdue. The last 2 days I sold heavy on the bearish side, and a lot of people had to cover after this long couple week run to the downside. And we got a little bit of good news and it popped the market higher. So let me show you how you can play this, and you can play it two ways. You can play it to the bullish side or you can play it to the bearish side. So you can actually do one of two ways. So let's talk about starting with Apple. And I'm just going to talk about the day trade, for example. Now Apple itself particularly, it's still consolidating here from what I'm seeing. You can see that it's, holding in this consolidation pattern. Right here, we're kind of creating a little consolidation in this tight range. So it's going to break out somewhere sooner or later. But if we look at the last 2 days, and I'll look at the 15-minute, let's just say. Okay, so in the 15-minute, we ended the previous day high over here, right around right here. Okay, so that's where we ended. Okay, now the market was set to gap up. Let's just zoom on the 10-minute. The market was set to gap up at the open, and right here was the open. So the minute it gapped up, it wanted to retest those previous highs from yesterday. So that's yesterday, this is today. So let's say you didn't know about today. So let's move it over. So let's take a look. The market gapped up, and what you can do is sell short right away. If you want to play it on the short side, you can definitely sell short, but you've got to be prepared to cut your losses quickly, because things move very fast in these types of markets. So you sell it short and you start buying back your shares almost immediately. And when it touches this, you should pretty much be out right here by the third tick. So within 30 to 45 minutes, you're pretty much done for the day with Apple if you were playing to the short side. Or you could reverse your position and go for the bounce. Okay, and that's how things came out as far as the bounce goes. As you can see, it retouched it right here. As well, but basically you were using this line as your stop, and we're using it because of the previous day. Okay, see the previous day, and even a couple days ago you can see it was tested it over here, and that's why you use that. Now if you wanted to play for the long side, you would have just waited till it retested this, played it to the upside, sold a little bit as things went up, and probably gotten out again, used this or a little bit below this as your stop. So you could have held some shares if you wanted to. Now if we take a look at Tesla, the same principle applies. So let me clear up some charts over here that I was watching previously. So again, we have the previous day right here, and we have today. Now if I only saw the previous day, let's just say right here, I zoom in and I notice right here was pretty much my high. Okay, so I'm using this as my technical high at this 170 level. Okay, so that's what I'm using, and the market will open up right here, and again you can do the same principle, sell it short right at the open, and as it moves towards this level 170, so it opened at 175 or so, or you were waiting right around here 174, 175, it went down 2-3 points, and you bought back some of your shares right around here at this 170 level, and then you would have been done for the day in Tesla probably. Yep, there it goes, and the rest of it played higher. Again, the same concept applies when you're playing for the long side. You could have waited for it to bounce here and then sell a little bit into strength, sold off, maybe buy back some more shares again, and then again. So it depends which stock you're playing or how you're playing it. You can play the gaps to the upside, you can play the gaps to the downside. But I just wanted to share with you a little strategy and a little technique that if you're speculating and you're speculating on direction, that you can play it to this way or to the upside or to the downside. So it doesn't have to be a bullish move or a bullish play just because it's a bullish day. It can still be a bearish play even though it's a bullish day. So you don't have to always play things the way people are talking about it. Just because the Dow over here had, you know, a significant run for the day, you can't argue with the market action. But then again, remember, you got to trade your trade. You trade what you see, okay? So if you want to trade it to the downside, you can do that. Looking at Tesla, you know, you can do that because, you know, if you look at the open right here at the gap up, you sell it short and then you're done. You're done for the day. That's it. There was your moment, and if it would have went past your certain levels, you would have been out. That's it. And the rest of the day you could have hung out, relaxed at the beach, done whatever you wanted to do. You know, so that's kind of what happened. If you went to the upside, there's another way that you could have played it. And let's just take CMG for example, Chipotle. So if we're looking at CMG, if you wanted to play it to the upside, let's just say you're looking for the day for the upside. Here was our previous day level, pretty much right around here, okay? And then we had another little level over here, okay? A couple days span, let's just say. Okay, so I drew those in, and right here the market opens. Now when it clears this, you could have bought it and played it to the upside, okay? And you would have used a few dollars lower, maybe 130, 129 probably as your stop, and then you play it to the upside, okay? Market keeps heading. As you can see right here, it's clearing these previous highs over here, okay? So again, you draw out these different lines and levels, and as things move up in your favor, look, see how those are hitting those levels? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Okay, so just to give you some ideas, I'm not saying you have to trade it to the upside. I'm not saying you got to trade it to the downside. What I am saying is you got to stick to your risk and reward strategies, and when you're speculating on direction, this is just an idea, and this is just a concept that you can use. You can use it in Apple, you can use it in Netflix, you can use it in Chipotle, you can use it in Tesla. You know, there's all kinds of ways to go about it. Now, of course, the gap and fade in CMG today would not have worked. So here it gapped, it actually opened up within the trend line. You got to see which way the stock is moving and make those decisions very quickly. It went to the upside and it moved higher to this. So I would have played that to the upside. Okay. The other ones, like Apple, I would have done the gap and fade because it gapped up so high and it faded. And from that gap, you got 491 to about 487. That's a 3-4 point run. You know, that's not bad. So anyways, you got to trade it towards your risk and reward strategy in your style. I'm just showing you some options of how you can develop or create your own style for your own trading system. So remember, create a system that works for you and do it consistently and repeatedly, and focus on the same stocks over and over until you know them like the back of your hand, because then you'll be a lot more consistent. In either case, I'm Sasha Evdokov. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. If you like this video, spread the wealth and share it with your friends. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly. See you next time.